Cousins. I'm the Managing Director at IT Services Grimsby. With my wife Anne, we bought the company as a going concern in the tail end of 2016. We took on the existing customer base. At the time it was primarily B2C, and the B2B services side was fairly quiet. It wasn't, the business was not in great shape when we bought it, but the price reflected that. So we knew we were taking on some element of risk. The original introduction to business coaching was John McHale. It was something that I wasn't really familiar with beforehand, but being involved in business networking in Grimsby, his name comes up again and again and again. I mean, he's a local legend. I hadn't really thought about it one way or the other until the summer of 2019. And I thought, well, what's the harm in having a conversation? That initial conversation was a serious eye-opener. With John, two things became apparent very quickly. One is that he has a 360-degree view of how to run a business. That is both very frightening and very liberating at the same time, because it enables you to be challenged on your own judgment, and that's very valuable. That doesn't happen very often. It comes with a price tag, and you just go, well, what's the return on investment? It looks to be exceptionally good. Let's do it. When we started business coaching, the phrase came up that comes up again and again and again, which is start with the end in mind. And so the original touch was a 5-year view of where you might like to go, with down into a 1-year view and then 90-day task view. And then off the back of that one session, we then went into group coaching. My favorite part of the group coaching is accountability. That is exceptionally valuable. And so we go through a lot of very solid material every week, looking at different aspects of you need to succeed. In some ways, I think that's probably more important. You could learn a lot of the techniques and stuff from books, but it's very hard to learn the success mindset without a mentor. I mean, to give you a good example, having an engineering background myself, I've learned enough finance to get through and be comfortable in finance, but I've got a massive blind spot in marketing. And I know this. And so when we start talking about techniques and experiences in marketing, I realize that it's only a blind spot for now, and it can be fixed. And these are the steps that you need to take to fix it. You do feel yourself becoming a more sort of rounded business leader week on week. The best bit about working with John is he's walked the walk. His own industrial experience, his own business experience. He brings that to bear in a very tangible and accessible way. It's an absolute joy having these sessions where my experience and my ability is complemented but also lifted by somebody that's got even more mileage than I do. The impacts on how we run the business have been profound. We are much more structured. We are much more focused on tactical planning. We're much more focused on long-term planning. Our internal reporting has improved dramatically. We are now in a position where investments have been made in processes and people for long-term growth. We are a lot more focused on the mechanics of operating the business. We are also more focused on long-term goals, personal aspirational goals, and how business operations translate into achieving those goals. I would say that self-belief has definitely gone up. The book club helps this. You are reading the best books as opposed to good books. The output of that is you just feel better about the whole deal. You feel a lot more capable and better informed. My advice to anybody thinking about taking on a business coach is just do it. I came to business with more than 30 years of corporate and industrial experience behind me. And when we bought the business, we thought, let's just apply all that learning, all that experience. How hard can it be? But it turns out it's extraordinarily hard. Having that third party that's got even more experience on everything that you need to run a business, as opposed to just the bit that you bring with you, delivers immense value.